Y'all knows BC, anything for Clarence don't make sense. Some be reacting to a City So Cool video that eventually led to Nike saying those weak ass twins. And to be honest with you, there's nothing that you can possibly say to justify those actions. When kids are in the stomach, they're vulnerable. Anything can happen. A miscarriage, it's like so many things that can occur between that time of pregnancy all the way into delivery. And to speak on children that haven't even been born yet, and for people to try to justify that and try to be like, well, she be saying that, it doesn't equate, it doesn't add up, it's not equivalent. Speaking about a child inside of a belly is madness to me. It's quite disturbing if you even justify that. There's something you need to check with your mind if you believe that is okay. But let's get right into the video.
Kamari today, she ate breakfast, she ate lunch, and then after she ate lunch, she came back for seconds, which is fine, it's perfectly fine. But the seconds that she asked for, because I have to say she did ask, she asked Royalty, can I have more lasagna? Royalty told her no, because my grandmother, which I showed you was here earlier in this video, is gonna take that home. Obviously grandma can't really cook, she can though. She could definitely cook some potato pie and some freaking peach cobbler and some dessert. But Gary, on the other hand, he can't cook, and he liked that lasagna. It's soft, he doesn't have teeth, so he wanted that lasagna really bad. And Royalty made enough for them to take home. And Kamari, after hearing the words no, she's not used to this at home. And Gary, I'm not trying to diss anyone, I'm trying to be straightforward. I asked the girl.
Now look at that. He's basically saying she's not used to rules and regulations and standards. You know why? Because when she's at home and Gary in the end of the place that you decided to send her back, I mean, you said you will make a better life for her. You said she was doing good in school. You said that she was thriving. She was achieving new heights. She was excelling. But you sent her back to a place that you consider trash, decrepit, that you consider to be completely uninhabitable for your twins. I don't understand the process with this. I don't understand his mind state. But you're saying that you will allow Kamari to be in an environment where she can even become more reckless, make bad decisions, be socially wired to make those bad decisions. And you're okay with that? Y'all better pay attention to the truth now.
Do you ask for anything at home? No, I get it. If I want it, I get it. If it's chips, cake, I eat cereal all day. That's what she told me. I'm like, you eat cereal all day? You know, that's kind of bad. I'm thinking that's bad. I'm like, your mom not buying food? What's going on? I know I give her money. All right, I'm giving enough money to buy a lot of food. All right, more than food, everything. But that's not the point. The point is the girl at home lives recklessly. She doesn't really have rules. And if she does, I'm not aware of them, okay? All I'm trying to say is here, we do have rules, and Kamari's not used to the rules that we set. That being said, after she heard the words no and came in here and basically stole the lasagna, but it's just lasagna, so who really cares? But grandma then later on was leaving and said, where's the lasagna? And then we all found out. And then of course, I got mad and I told Kamari after she told me, Royalty told me no, but I still ate it anyway. I told her, I'm gonna send you home if you keep being bad.
Now, he threatened to send her home after she ate it, knowing it was for Gary who has no teeth. And she just, upon herself. Now, she still is a child. Children do make mistakes. So instead of whooping her, he said, I'm going to send you home. It wasn't to actually send her home. It just was a verbal type of abuse. But she went and called Nikee. And that's how this situation escalated, which is kind of stupid if you ask me. I don't believe it was warranted, but let's go into the video in which Nikee was saying, her point of view. All right, because this is just craziness if you ask me. It's even more crazy because people tend to believe that, that everything Nikee is saying on that side is appropriate. Like like everything is okay with her actions and decision making. Okay, let's get into this right quick.
Say 4 or 5, me and her flew to Vegas. He flew us out there, and Charlene, yes, Royalty, she knew nothing about me being there until after he came there with Kamari or whatever. And of course, Cordero is who he is. I showed y'all the messages before where he'll text me and say I love you. He'll send me pictures of his private parts. He'll tell me how much he want to be with me and how he gonna leave her. Oh, let's talk about these twins though. So
I just want to stop right there. I just want to show you that she has no accountability. She doesn't see her flaws. She doesn't see where she's involved in the whole aspect of the problem. She takes herself out by saying, y'all know how CJ is, by alleviating herself. That's not the way it works. You are part of the problem. You know that he's with that woman, but you continue to entertain him, even if he is sending you sneaky texts and whatever the case may be. Why are you entertaining it? Why are you replying to it? Why are you initiating? And you don't see your fault in the matter. That's the issue. She doesn't see her fault at all. She's delusional. This is a delusional individual. You know somebody's jealous when they can never truly see what they're doing, but what everybody else is doing instead of themselves. They can't reflect. They can't examine themselves. They only can see what somebody else is doing.
the whole twin situation. So the whole agreement was for Kamari to go with Cordero for a year or whatever, and he's like trying to convince me to get her to stay with him. And I'm like, no, I just don't feel like she should go. We've never been away from each other this long. When he's like, well, I'll up your child support so we don't have to go to court or whatever.
Now, at the end of the day, this is kind of irrelevant to the twins. What does this have to do with the twins? Show you her mind state. This has nothing to do with the twins. At this point in time, you didn't want Kamari to go there and to have fun with royalty or to experience royalty at all, because you didn't want her to grow to like her, because that would bother you. So that's why you didn't really want her to go up there and get to know CJ and the family, whatever the case may be at that time. But that's irrelevant to the point. I'm just going to skip all the way to another point that's a little bit more profound. Let's go to, I think it was around like right here, because I ain't even.
So I'm on the phone with them yesterday. Cordero's all, I love you. I want to see you. I didn't tell Kamari to call you and tell you that I was sending her home.
Why does she always have to mention that in the beginning? I'm gonna tell you why. Because she just wants to ball the royalty that CJ be like trying to get back with her or trying to talk to her in some type of seductive, which he does to a lot of women. It doesn't matter. Look what he did with Lexi. He talked to her friends behind her back. That's supposed to make you feel special. This woman is just mad. She's just really upset that she's not chosen. So she's gonna continue acting out and never seeing her fault in the matter.
Because I was going to bring her home personally. Oh, you were going to bring her home personally because you wanted to see me, correct? So then he's like, yeah, that's what I was saying. Oh, okay, cool. So I said, you need to humble yourself. Everything that you have can be taken away in the blink of an eye. He states, no, I don't need to humble myself. If you don't like what I'm doing, take me to court. I said, that's not a problem. I will. Casper finally had a voice and finally wants to speak up.
She calls royalty Casper
Outside of the social media, outside of YouTube, and say, oh, come get this work, ho, come get this work. Clapping, doing all this unnecessary shit. Her kids is around. I'm on the phone with my child and she's on my child's phone talking crazy to me, cussing and clapping, and she rah-rahing and this and that. So of course I said what I said, bitch. At the end of the day, you're mad because you can't have kids. That's not my problem. You had 3 kids and you got your tubes tied. So then you wanted my baby daddy to send you to go get them tubes untied so you can have a baby.
You see the way she said my baby daddy? This is why you got to be careful who you have kids with. She's acting like she owns them. Like there's some type of agreement that they signed, like she's married to the man. This is crazy to me. Just imagine a woman that you separated from, you have yourself a new family, and she's like like possessive with it. That's a dangerous individual. You just got to think about it. And CJ is not right because he continues to entertain this woman. And he don't give a damn because he wanted the cake and eat it too, right? People got to see the fault. This dude is a narcissist. He'll act like he's one thing, but he's doing contrary to that. He's literally aiding and abetting in situations that are literally causing so much issues that he can shut it down right then and there. But this is what happens when you're dealing with a double-minded individual, with a person that just can't get it together.
Baby by him because I have a baby by him and you're in competition with me. At the end of the day, that's what.
If you watch any of the older videos, like when Royalty had that miscarriage, I forget what video it was. They was in the hospital, and you clearly hear Royalty saying to CJ as he's holding the camera that he wanted Royalty to have a child. People forget that. Don't worry, I will be reviewing that video sometime in the future. Don't worry.
What it was. So then when you had got pregnant and that baby got caught in the first tube, they took that tube away from you. Then you got pregnant again and the baby grew outside the tube. You so smart, you asked him, can you take the baby and put it inside the tube? Oh, how can they do that without the baby dying? Oh, okay. So like I said, at the end of the day, don't disrespect me in front of my child. Don't ever speak on me. Don't speak down on me in front of my child because she has nothing to do with this. Charlene has my number. Charlene could have called me and said whatever it is she felt on her chest to me. So I said what I said. I don't care about them weak ass twins and bitch get pregnant.
Now I'm finna say right now, that is madness. And it makes no sense whatsoever. The reason why I started talking to you, because when you were running your mouth saying inappropriate things in front of your daughter to CJ about, oh, she can eat whatever she wants, y'all can't do da. You was mentioning Royalty. But remember, she turned the phone to Royalty. Your daughter turned the phone to Royalty, and she was talking to you and saying, you know what, I'm getting sick and tired of you, because guess what? You don't care that she was in a relationship with CJ. You still wanted to fornicate. You still wanted to sneak around. You still wanted to do whatever instead of having self-respect. And like I said before, Royalty put up with that dude for a while. For a while. Especially being embarrassed. That's embarrassing. You fighting with an individual who the person that's supposed to be on your side is sneaking around with. That's putting you in a very, very awkward position. So Royalty felt like, you know what time it is. You know that he lives in the house with her, and you're still allowing him to send pictures. You sending pictures. You coming to Vegas when she's unaware, and you're staying at a hotel, and he's coming to see you at the hotel. Y'all both messy and disrespectful. So Royalty got sick of it, but she mentioned you. She didn't mention your child, especially unborn children. That is madness to me. For you to try to justify that shows me how sick you are as an individual, and you need mental help. You need a psychiatrist, psychologist. You need all type of help. But like I said before, if people try to justify these actions, I don't know what else to tell you. And like I said, with CJ So Cool, he's a narcissist, and he will never change. He did this back then. He's doing it with Lexi. He gonna do it with whoever. The same way he disrespected CJ on 32s, he flip-flop all over the place. You know, he's just not stable. He's a double-minded individual. Now I better wake up, man. Oh, my.